Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, today it's going to be part 3 of the city tutorial. We're going to be building everything around this apartment and Ellie Enterprises, which is the road, the pavement, the dreaded cars, Grandma Piggy's Poutine, and the safe place. So, that's going to be everything we're building today. Just gonna fly around, show you guys an overview of what we're gonna be doing, and then we'll get started on it. So if you haven't made part 1 and 2 already, then I'd recommend you do those first, because otherwise you won't really be able to make this properly. Now that once you do watch them, you can come back to this video, then we'll get started. So we're gonna start on this side of the apartment building. So get yourself to this side of the apartment building, and we're gonna need some stone, and we're gonna come to this corner. We're gonna break out 3 blocks in front of this block here. So 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna place that, fill it in with stone. Now we're gonna destroy a 2-block wide path in front of this whole space up until this point. And we're going to fill all of this in here. That's all going to be filled in with normal stone, just inside of here. Sorry for the occasional lag spikes. It's happening because I'm trying to upload part 1 at the same time. Okay, now all of this is filled in, we can place a few lampposts. Now we're going to want to destroy this block here and fill it in with stone, and then place an andesite wall, and that's going to go up. If you don't know how to build lampposts, I do them a lot on these tutorials. I'm going to go 4 blocks high with andesite walls, andesite slab there, and a slab coming off of it with a lantern like that. There we go, that's the first lantern. Now the second one, we're going to go over to, we're going to come over to this door, and in line with this block of window here, we're going to place it right there, hang it off, and have it face away from the building. The next one, we're going to come to this window by the pool. We're going to actually grab some brown banners first of all. Going to place a banner on this. So going towards the left, we're going to leave 1. We're going to place a brown banner here. We're going to leave another gap and place 2 more brown banners. Now we're going to take some andesite walls again for our lamppost. It's going to be in line with this second banner that we placed. So just in like that, and that is this side. Yeah, that's this side complete. So now we're gonna go over and fill in this side. So on this side it's gonna be only 1 block wide, so we're gonna destroy 1 block going across both of these buildings. It's gonna get a little wider once you reach Ellie Enterprises, as you can see here, because Ellie Enterprises is further back. But it makes no difference, we're just filling it all in, all the same. And it's all going to be filled in with normal stone. Everything around these buildings, they're going to be filled in just with normal stone. So let's do that real quick, then we'll place the lampposts. Right, let's get started. Okay, now time for the lampposts. This first lamppost is going to go over in this corner, right in line with that block there that's more inwards than the other ones, and just like that, facing away from the building. Yeah, the next lamppost is gonna be right by this window here. It's gonna go from the left, this block, the third block to the left of the window. You can see right there, gonna place the lamppost in. Alright, once that is done, we're going to place in the next lamppost. That's going to go, we're going to be lining ourselves up with the acacia wood. Yeah, right here, just before that smooth stone doorway, right there, we're going to place the lantern in like that. And the final lamppost, it's going to go right here. Oh wait, no, that is all the lampposts, sorry about that. We're gonna place instead 3 stone blocks. Yeah, 3 stone blocks, and then the lamppost is gonna go here instead. Okay, like that. And once we have those 3 stone blocks, we can see where we're going to be filling out space like this. We're going to break all of this up to there and fill it all in, as per usual, with our normal stone blocks. Right, once all of that is filled in, we can place the lampposts on this side. The first one is going to go, just leaving that gap in the corner, it's going to go here. So let's fill that up and place our andesite slabs. There we go. The next lamppost, it's gonna go in the middle of this window area of Ellie Enterprises. So we're gonna count 4 windows in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right here. So there is where the lamppost is gonna go. So there should be 4 windows either side of it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 windows. The final one is going to go in line with this last block of red concrete here. So we'll build that up just like that. And that's all lampposts on this side. So to do this final side, it's going to be 2 blocks extended out, and we're going to now go and drag that all the way to the other side. And once we have done that, we can place the lampposts on this side. So let me just fill this all into this corner like that. Then I'm gonna fill it all in normal stone. Right now. So let's fill this in. Right, now that that's filled in, hopefully you guys are able to keep up. It's not too difficult yet, it'll get more difficult. First lamppost, we're gonna leave that gap in the corner again like we did earlier. Place in these slabs and the lantern goes there. Second lamppost, it's going to go in line with this part of the doorway. Going to place it just there. So that last block of the doorway, right there, that's where the lamppost is going. Next lamppost, we are going to go over to this window, counting to the left, 1, 2. This second block. In line with that second block, we're going to be placing our next lamppost. And after that, we're going to come over to right here, in line with this last bit of walling there, we're going to build up our last lamppost. So that borders all of the buildings. Now we're going to next focus on in between the 2 buildings, which is going to be the alleyway. So right here, this is an alleyway between the 2 buildings. We're going to now do the stuff in here. So we're going to destroy this whole floor. We're going to replace it with normal stone like everywhere else we've been building up until this point. Right, now we're going to grab some decorative blocks. So we're going to fill this place in with them. So start by facing the wall of Ellie Enterprises. That's the acacia wood wall. And we're going to count in 1 block. So the one I have highlighted right now, 1, 2, 3. On this 3rd block, we're going to build up a lamppost and face it inwards to the alleyway like that. Then we're going to leave a gap, and we're going to leave a gap of 2 blocks and place black wool there to be a bin bag. Now we're going to look at the apartment building side, and we're going to line ourselves up next to this lamppost and place a brown banner like that. Once we've placed in that brown banner, we're going to look back at Ellie Enterprises. No, wait. Before we do that, we're going to place a brown banner in line with that black wool. Then we're going to look back at Ellie Enterprises. And from this black wool, we're going to go to the block in front of it. Then go to the left, 1, 2. On that second block, we're going to place a cauldron with an iron trap door on it to be a trash can. Now, next to this trash can, we are going to... we're going to put a lamppost on the Ellie Enterprises wall right by the trash can, just like that. Once we have put that in, we're going to take back our brown banners. And we're going to leave a gap between the lamppost and this banner and place it. Leave another gap, 2 more brown banners. We're now going to need some spruce stairs. And in line with that first banner we placed, we're going to place an upside down spruce stair, 2 spruce slabs, and another upside down spruce stair like that, so that we have a table that goes along the length of those banners just like that. Once that is done, we're going to look back at the apartment building and place a banner just after that table ends. Leave a gap, place 2 more banners just like that. Now we're going to take a cauldron in line with that second banner, place a cauldron with an iron trap door on it, and that's going to make the trash can. Now we're going to look back at Early Enterprises, we're going to place another lamppost, and it's going to go right after this trash can. So let's place that in there. Now we're going to get our brown banners back out again. Just we're going to look at either one of these, obviously. Let me just figure out which one. We'll need our black wool first. We're going to look at Ellie Enterprises. So the block after that lamppost, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So count 4 blocks. This 5th block, we're going to place black wool on, but on the other building. So on the apartment building wall, but there's a 4 block gap in between that and the lamppost. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Once we have that placed in, we've not got much left in this alleyway. It might only be 1 lantern lamppost. I keep getting those words mixed up, sorry. Yeah, just 1 more lamppost. It's going to be 2 blocks like that, so 2 blocks before we go back to the normal pavement, and the lamppost is going on the Ellie Enterprises wall, just like that. And with that, you have completed the alleyway section of the map. So let's get rid of all of this. Next thing we're going to do is the road. This might take you some time. We're going to need some grey concrete and yellow concrete for the road. Now let's get started by coming to any corner, and we're going to count out 7 blocks. So destroy 7 blocks like just like yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. And we're going to fill in 3 with grey concrete, we're going to fill 1 with yellow concrete, and 3 more with grey concrete, like that. That's going to be our layout for the road. Now we're going to fill in this middle pattern, 3 blocks of yellow concrete, then 3 blocks of grey concrete. The middle of the road's pattern is just 3 yellow concrete, 3 grey concrete. So just like that, that's going to go through the entire build. Now this corner, we're going to go 3 grey concrete, and then 3 yellow concrete going this way, making sure there's 3 blocks away between the yellow concrete and the stone pavement at all times. We're gonna carry this 7 block space going across the entire build. So I'm gonna do that. Just make the border of where this road is gonna go across the entire build. Make sure there's a 7 block distance, no more, no less, 7 blocks from the stone and the road. Right, I've filled all of this in now. So, well, I haven't. I've made the border. I've got the border for where my road is going. I'm gonna show you guys that I recommend doing the middle first. So, just to make sure you get the pattern right all the way around. So, grey, 3 grey, 3 yellow, 3 grey, 3 yellow. And it's gonna just go like that all the way around the entire build. 3 yellow, just like that. 3 grey, 3 yellow, and this corner 3 grey, and then gotta make sure there's 3 blocks. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So we could put the yellow here, 1, 2, 3, like that, and that fills that in. So we're just gonna carry that pattern going across the entire build. Okay, so once we've got that going across the whole build, you can see that we should be left with a 3 block gap that's gonna perfectly add up. So let's destroy those and fill them in. Yep, perfectly adds up. So the pattern is the same through the whole thing. Now what we're going to do is fill in this whole space here. This is all going to be grey concrete going across the whole build. We don't need yellow concrete anymore. Just going to fill in all of this with grey concrete. Oof, sorry. My voice went there. All grey concrete. Alright. Now that we've filled that all in with grey concrete, let's get a look at what it'll look like throughout the whole build. Now comes the difficult part of the build. I don't recommend you make this next part. Well, at least not exactly like I do. We're gonna make a few cars. So once again, we're gonna come back to this build, this side of the build here, which is the apartment building's front. We're gonna come to this side, and we're gonna need some orange and red wool to make this car. So line ourselves up with this lamppost, this end of the pavement. We're gonna place some orange and red wool in random patterns to make it look like a rusted car. So this car pattern, by the way, that I'm about to make isn't originally by me. It's by TSMC originally. I'm just using it because it's a really good car model. So I'm going to use it here. If you guys, I recommend using your own car models, especially when it comes to the corners. So anyway, we're going to place 3 orange wool. So in line with this pavement, as you can see, we're going to place 3 orange wool like that. Then we're going to place behind it grey concrete there and there to be the tyres. We're going to place 2 more rows of orange wool, then grey concrete and grey concrete, 1 more row of orange wool. We should have a base that looks like that. Now we're going to go to, it's going to be facing this way, not that way. So we're going to come here on top of these back tyres and place 3 orange wool like that on them. Now we're going to grab our orange carpet. We're going to place it in this middle block and then surround that with glass pane like this. Now we're going to place orange carpet on top of almost every single block, just like this, going across the whole thing, including the back orange carpet, just to make it look nicer. Now if you want, you could take some stone buttons and some item frames, place stone buttons on all the tyres to make them look nicer, and item frames on the front side to be headlights. Now that's the model of the car. We're gonna now take some red wool and fill this. We're gonna replace a few blocks with red wool to make it look a bit more decayed and rusty, like that. So that's that car complete. Next car we're gonna make, we're gonna need some lime wool and green wool to make. So let's get some lime and green wool and the respective carpets. It is going to be just 1 block in line with this brown banner. That brown banner there, we're gonna make the back of it. So 3 green wool, the tyres like that. We're gonna place some green and lime wool interchanging with each other to make a rusted looking pattern. And we're going to fill this space in like that. Now this car is going to be facing like this. It's going to be facing the other side of the orange car. So the orange car is facing that way, the green car is going to face the other way because it is it's on the other side of the road. Anyway, just filling this all in with carpet. It's a pretty simple car model to make. For now at least. You'll see why the cars are the worst part of the build when we come to the corner, which we aren't far from. Well, okay, I don't need paintings. I do not need paintings. Let me just throw those away. You don't need paintings to make these cars. Don't know why I had them, but yeah, those are your first 2 cars. There's a 1 block space in between them and they're facing the other ways from each other. Now we're going to need some magenta and purple wool to make the next car. So let's grab those and get started on this car. So this car is going to begin, it's going to be in line with this iron bar. You see this iron bar on the first door? It's going to be in line with that. That's the front of the car, like that. Now we're going to bring it backwards a bit, place some purple and magenta wool, interchanging with each other, just like that. Alright. So I filled that car in off screen because you know how to make the car by now, and if you don't, just watch back on how to make the other 2. Now I'm going to grab some light blue and cyan wool for the next car. Gonna rush through this real quick. It's going to be on this side of the road now, and it's going to be just in line with that lamppost there. That's going to be the back of the car, so let's build it along like this, make the frame. I'm going to make the rest of these cars off camera to save time. Yeah, so I made that car off camera, it's all complete now. As you can see, this isn't exactly... You're not going to be able to place a button on one of those tires because they occupy the same block. Now this is where it gets a bit hard to make. We're going to need light grey wool and brown wool. This is the beginning of, well, where this all goes horribly wrong. So let's have a look here. This car is going to begin in line with this last bit of window here. So let's take that all the way to this side of the road and place some light grey and brown wool. Take it along into our car shape, and we're going to turn this into a light grey and brown car. Okay, so that's that car complete. We're now going to need green wool and brown wool. This is where I'd recommend steering away from the tutorial and doing your own thing, because these cars that I'm about to build, they're really bad looking. Really. Like, you have to make diagonal cars. I'd recommend not making them diagonal because they look absolutely horrendous. Okay, so I'm going to show you right now. I'm kind of trying to make it a little bit like this. So, yeah. It's just like the same model as the normal car, but it kind of went diagonally a little. Now, this causes a lot of problems, and you're gonna see why in a second. I'm actually gonna make this a block shorter to save space. There's not enough space if I make it as long as the others. I'm gonna make it one block shorter like that. Gonna place that on top of the tires. Now you can see the trouble, because we have no idea what to do with the glass panes. You can see I can place them however I want, but there's never going to be a real answer on how to place them right. It is just never going to look right. So yeah, you really have to find your own way to build these corner cars. It's difficult. You can tell I'm struggling to like explain what this madness even is. Now, it doesn't look good. In no universe does it look good, but I don't know how to make diagonal cars in Minecraft. That's the simple bit of it. And words cannot describe how monstrous this is about to get. Now, the next car we're going to make is just plain brown. So it's going to be facing different to all the other cars as well. We're going to place it in line with where this green car ends. Free brown wool like that. And it's solely made of brown wool, nothing else. It's going to be facing along this way. So yeah, facing like this, unlike all the other cars. It's just a normal model car, so I can build this off camera, facing that way. Right, so as you can see, that car is fine and looks good because it's just a normal model car and it isn't going diagonal or anything. This next car, I think this car also is just a normal car, but we're going to need lime wool and green wool to make it. So, where this brown car ends, we're going to place our first 3 blocks of green and lime wool, and then we're going to build it along like this. Build it, yep, yeah. So let's now fill that in. It's going to be facing like this. Now let's finish this car. Okay, now we're on to another disaster. So there's a red car and a blue car. They're tilted on their side and they're like facing each other. It's really weird, difficult to describe. I don't know how to build it. I just don't know what to do here. So I'm going to start by placing 3 red wool like that there. I highly recommend, this is just like showing you how you could do it. I recommend you stray from the tutorial and do your own thing when it comes to these cars. I'm just gonna keep going in the background for these two, because if you really want to make it exactly like I am, it isn't too difficult to watch and follow. But like, dear Lord, this is really bad. Like, these cars, I'm gonna keep talking about how bad these cars are as I build them. but like, it's true. They're terrible. Look at this. Gotta place the glass panes like that. Horrid car. Really, do your own thing when it comes to these cars. If you don't want to put up with this, then by all means don't even put the cars there. Because I was convinced to just not put the cars there at one point. But it's my job as the tutorial maker to make these maps as accurate to the game as possible. I'm going to build the blue car now. That's the red car done. But yeah, it's my job to make these cars as accurate to the game as possible. And this was how I ended up doing it, which it's nowhere near the best way to do something like this. So if you guys just happen to be expert car builders in Minecraft, or can at least build better cars than this, then go ahead and do it. The normal cars, they're fine. They're fine. You can build those. It's just these diagonal corner cars. These are the problem cars. But yeah, that's the blue and the red car done now, so we can move on to building normal looking cars again. So we're going to need our green wool and brown wool for the next one. Let's get that out. It's going to be going along this road. This is going to be the second road of cars we have to make. Let's just get a look at that first one. That's what it's going to be looking like. And this next car, it's going to be in line with this block here. So this block here, just after this window, we're going to place in the green car. And then we're going to have it going off to the right of where I'm facing, like this. So I'm just going to fill in this border of the car, and I'm going to complete it. So it's going to be facing the same way as that lime car, by the way. Okay, so that's this next car. For the next one, we're going to need light grey wool and brown wool. It's just going to be one block away from this one, so one block gap in between this car and the car we just built. Going to be facing the other way, facing the opposite direction of the car we just built because it's on the opposite side of the road. That's how cars work. So let's fill this in. Now we need orange and brown wool to build the next car. It's going to be just along here. Let me get a proper look. Right. This orange car, it's actually going to be going off the road. So line ourselves up with this bit of grey concrete here. So there. We need to be in line with that. But this orange car, it's going to go off the road. There's going to be one block of orange wool here, like that. But then the other two blocks of the car are off-road, like that. And we're just going to kind of fill this up as normal. The car is going to be... yeah, so it's looking like that. It's going to be facing... the same direction as the light grey car. Right, yeah. Same direction as the light grey car. Got that orange car built in. Now we're going to build a purple and blue car. It's going to go diagonal again, so let me try this. 3 blocks diagonal of each other like this. Then we need grey, blue, grey, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple. Oh, those two are supposed to be grey. Let me fill that in real quick. Okay, so this is what this car's looking like right now, and it's not going to look pretty when it's complete either. These diagonal cars, worst part of this tutorial. If you aren't interested, then by all means, just skip these cars. Skip the diagonal cars if you don't want to do them. I would. Just skip over them. Find your own thing to do. Maybe make the cars, like, face straight instead. Because, like, these diagonal ones are they're too stupid to put up with. I'm going to place the blocks there like that, and as for the glass pane, I truly have no idea what I'm going to do. Glass pane, maybe just like that. As you can see, no way on earth of making it look good, literally. I tried with this build. Like, I really did. This build, I'd say, it's a good build. The only problem with this build is the cars. So, this is going to bring down your opinion of this build by a bit while you're doing the cars, but you'll likely forget about it by the time you're done with them. because I enjoyed building this up until this part. Like, when I had to do all of this, it got tedious, annoying, and the cars were terrible. But hey, I completed that car while I was talking. Fun thing about this car, you might know, this car is the one in Player Plus Bot that has the photo of Miss P under it. So if you can find some kind of way to, by all means, use something to replicate the fact that Miss P's photo is underneath this car. I'm not sure what to do, because I have no room to put it there myself. But, so I'm just going to move on to the next car. We're going to need light grey and brown wool again. And this car's actually going to be a block smaller than all the others, but aside from that, it's the same thing. It's going to be right here. So, right there off of the purple car, we're going to build this light grey one. Going to put the grey concrete there. But this time there's only going to be a single block between the tyres. As you can see, it's just one block shorter than the rest. And we're going to fill that in. Alright, let's put this there. Put the glass panes in. Now fill in the carpets. I'm not bashing TSMC's car design, otherwise I wouldn't be using it. This is a brilliant car design. I'm going to clear this up. My problem is making the diagonal cars, not working with TSMC's model. TSMC's car model it's really good. I've been using it in a few tutorials now. So yeah, all credit goes to him for that. Now we're gonna it's these red and blue cars again. They appear in every single corner, these red and blue cars. So same as those red and blue cars over there. Some cars tipped on their side, facing each other. Oh, it's really bad looking. Like, if I ever thought that I could have the opportunity to just bash my build for 10 minutes straight in a tutorial, I never thought I would have that opportunity, but looks like this tutorial has shown me that I do have that opportunity. Right, so we're just going to build it looking like that for now. So it's not going to go diagonal, it's just going to be straight. I can't be bothered with making these diagonal anymore. Okay, I'm going to put that on that side rather than that side. It goes on this side, this part, with the glass. And the headlights there. Wheels going to go in like that. Now the blue one. Its tyres are going to be in line with those ones. But it's going to extend a little bit off the red car. So, yeah, like this. Now let's fill that in. Okay, just have to put in the glass, headlights, all that stuff. And we can move on to finally building normal looking cars. Again, until we reach the next corner, which I'm already dreading. But yeah, that completes those cars. Next car we're going to make, we need some black wool and brown wool. So let's grab black and brown wool and the respective carpets as well. This car is gonna go right where this red concrete ends. So in line with this last block of red concrete, we're gonna place the back of this car. We're now gonna bring it forwards just like this, make the border of it. Then we are going to complete this car just like this. Right, that's that car. Now we need light blue wool and cyan wool yet again. And this car is going to be built in line with this grey concrete. So count 2 windows. So 2 windows over this grey concrete, we're going to place the back of this car. So 1, 2, 3, like that. Then as usual, going to bring it forward with these tyres, connect them with interchanging light blue and cyan wool. Now let's complete this car. Alright, next car is going to be light grey and brown, and this is actually going to be the start of our next and final corner. Don't worry, the corner we've yet to do doesn't have any of these dumb cars. So yeah, this car, it's going to be just 1 block between the blue car and this light grey car, and it's actually not going to be going there exactly. It's just 1 block extending off of the road, like I've just put it there. So yeah, extending one block off the road like that. Now we're going to put in our grey concrete. Same width as the normal cars, so I'll do the rest of this car off camera. So lime and green wool, you're going to have to pay close attention to this corner because it's all over the place, I'm telling you. This one is the worst of them all. We're going to place 3 green wool going along like this diagonally. Oh boy. This is basically the same thing as that purple car that we built earlier. Not much to worry about with this car other than the fact that it's ugly. The car after this is going to be very hard to build because it's lime. Anyways, just fill this pattern in. More on that car when it comes to it. Going to place that there just like with the purple car. Put that in there. Now this. See, this is where we get problems because this next car is a lime car and this car is made partially out of lime wool. So these two cars are going to blend together. Once I'm finished with this car, you're going to see this. The next one is going to be really difficult to follow. So just pay attention to the video. Hopefully you'll be able to get it. It's just like there's 2 green cars right by each other. Minecraft gives us 2 shades of green to work with. It doesn't work out. It really doesn't. So I don't even know where to start. Gee, oh my goodness. We only need lime wool for this car, I know that much. Right, I'm going to build up 2 blocks like this diagonally. So 2 blocks high, 3 diagonals just like that. I'm going to put green wool here to try to differentiate it. Right, 3 diagonals. Then we're going to do a diagonal like this and go backwards. And diagonal to the left, diagonal to the right, and okay. Yeah, so like that. Copy that pattern. It doesn't look too difficult to get down. Just take a pause where that was. Take a pause and kind of complete the pattern. Oh, this glass. Oh, the glass. That's horrendous. It's a good thing people won't be spending much time looking at these cars. It really is. Because if you're not making your own, then these cars are going to be horrendous looking. Just like this. Look at that. Not exactly what I'd call good looking cars. But of course, before we're done with this corner, we have to do the red and blue cars once more. Just for the final time. So, the red one is going to go off of this block just there, in between those. Then we have to place tyres. 1 block gap. 2... No, the tyres are going there. Not 2 blocks, 1 block gap. Yeah, just like that. And then the back of the red car is there. Let's place in the windows just like that. Yeah, fill in the tires like that, and then we can do the blue one. So there's going to be a tire in between those tires and there too. So let's fill in that space with blue, and just carry another block of blue wool forward like that. Then place the back there. Fill in with glass. We're going to need to place our stone buttons. There we go. That's the final corner we have to worry about because there's no diagonal cars in this next corner. So now it's all easy, just normal looking cars yet again. We're going to need red wool and brown wool for this next car, so grab out some brown wool and keep hold of the red. We're going to build this car now. So, it's going to go in relation to the LE Enterprises building. This red car will be going... Right, this is not the best, not the easiest thing to look at. Okay, this here. See that smooth stone? Mark that out. That's where the front of it's going. The front of the red car's going here. It's going to go on this side of the road. Okay, lied. That's the back of the red car. My mistake. So we're actually going to bring it forward like this. And then we're going to... oh, that is the front of the red car. I'm struggling to recollect my brain after doing those cars, so you'll have to give me a moment. I forgot how to make the default ones. Oh boy. Okay, so I remembered how to make the default cars. Now we're going to need lime and green wool to build the next one. So that's going to be this back alley block, this final block of alleyway. It's going to be in line with that. So let's grab this, take it to this side here, and then place these 3 blocks. Then we're going to start going that way with it. Alright. It's going to be facing the same way as the red car. So that's going to be on those back 2 tires. Right. There we go. One more car to place now. Just one more car. And then we're done with these cars and we can move back on along with the tutorial. Right, so right here in front of this lamppost, that's where the back of this white car is going. So we're then going to bring it forward like that. Gonna now connect it all up and then fill it in facing the same direction as those other 2 cars. Okay, finally all of those cars, all of them, they're finally done. Oh boy. This isn't actually the nightmare part of the tutorial over though. Like this tutorial, the main nightmare of it now is just filling in massive spaces, not making ugly constructions, thankfully. So I hope you're prepared to fill in a lot of big spaces, because we're going to fill in the other side of the road as well as the border now. So let's grab some normal stone and smooth stone. We're also going to need our lantern blocks, so the andesite wall slabs and lanterns. Just like that. Don't know why I said like that. I have limited vocabulary when it comes to being on recording. Anyway, we're going to come over to the front side of the apartment building, as we always start. We're going to come to this corner, and we are going to have... Okay, we're going to destroy a 2-block wide area like that, until those last 2 blocks of road. So you see these last 2 blocks of road there? Yeah, just before the pavement begins. These 2 blocks before the pavement begins. This is where we're going to stop with the 2 wide space. Yeah, right, like that. So that's 5 blocks of 2 wide space, as you can see. And then it's going to go diagonally inwards, like that. Let's fill the space in with normal stone real quick. Yeah, so this is going to go now diagonally inwards. And it's going to go in by 10 blocks. So this is 3 already. 1, 2, 3. So let's count another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 10 blocks. Now let's destroy all this, replace it with normal stone. Once we've hit those 10 blocks, it is actually, I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go diagonally like that, because it'll be like that, but we're gonna then go to the other side of the road to make things easier when it comes to that middle section. So on this side of the road, we this gap is going to be, looks like it's too wide. No, it's not wide at all. It's not wide at all. We're just placing blocks coming along like exactly like this, directly touching the road. There's no stone in front of it. Up until this glass pane here, this first block of glass pane, that's where it stops. And then we're gonna take it backwards by 2 blocks like that. And that's gonna connect it up to that over there. So let's connect it. Yeah, so that's this done. Now we're gonna fill in that whole space there with normal stone, and we'll place some lampposts. Oh, I have a lot to go. Alright, so now that that's done, we can start with our lampposts. Okay, so we're gonna come to here, leave a gap, and place up a lamppost. If you forgot how to do it, 4 blocks of andesite wall, slab, and then slab going inwards to the road, lantern hanging off a bit. Just like that. Next lamppost, we're going to place in line with this here. So yeah, in line with this first block of smooth stone after that door, this here. Yeah, in line with that, we're going to place this lamppost. Let's build that up. Andesite going up, and the lantern. Okay, so that's all the lampposts on that side. Actually, there's only 2. So now we're going to focus on this side. Grandma Piggy's Poutine is here, but we're going to focus on that later. So let's not worry about that for now. We're going to take this back by 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to... yeah, so we've got a 4-block space of road here. Pavement even. This is pavement. So 4-block space of pavement. Then we're going to go backwards like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 blocks like that going across. Then we're going to go towards the road. 1, 2, like that. So yeah, 2 blocks towards the road. Now there's a 2-block wide space looking like this. And we're going to extend that across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Yeah, 7. So we're going to extend it by another 7, so that's 8 blocks wide in total. Then we're going to take some light grey terracotta. Okay, bear this in mind. Light grey terracotta is going there. Then there's going to be a 4-block space, and there's going to be a light grey terracotta going there. This is going to be the entrance to the poutine. We're going to place some smooth stone next to that, carry it backwards by 1, across by 4, like that. This area is the entrance to Grandma Piggy's Poutine. We're going to build that up later, so don't worry about that yet. Just going to carry this wall along until this grey concrete here. Where I've just marked out, this is where we're going to carry that wall that we're building up to. So, well, I'm going to go back to that wall in like a second. This smooth stone. Okay, this smooth stone. I think I got it completely wrong there. It's going to be this smooth stone instead. So we're going to carry it up until there. I don't know how I got that wrong. And then we're going to place a block in front of it in line. And then that's going to be now touching this orange car. So let's carry that along. And I think the wall changes again. So yeah, it does. Yeah, on these last 3 blocks it goes backwards like that. So take a look at this. This is the border here. We're going to now fill in all of this with stone, except for in between this light grey terracotta. Leave that. We're going to fill this in with stone, but not actually inside of those 2 blocks, because that correlates the inside of the poutine. So we're going to leave that for later. The rest of this is filled in as normal though. Okay, now for the lampposts, and we can move on to the next side. First lamppost is going directly off of this block of smooth stone. So right here, but it's actually a bit different. It's going to face like this instead. So it's going to like face that way rather than facing towards the road. It's different to the other lampposts. Now the next lamppost is going to be a 4-block gap. So leave 4 blocks between that lamppost and this next one, and it will be facing towards the road. So yeah, next lamppost is going to it's going to be round about here. Right here. No, not there. Here. Right off of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block gap. 7. So on that 7th block there's going to be a lamppost. And there's a 6-block gap, as you can see. So let's build up this lamppost. Hopefully you guys are able to place these lampposts in the correct positions. It doesn't matter if you get them off by like a single block or something. We don't have to be that specific. Anyway, final lamppost for this side. It's going to go right here. So on this last block of smooth stone that's on that row, going to place a lamppost like that. Yeah, right there. So with that done, we can move on to this next side, the 3rd side. So we have 2 more sides to make, and then we'll move on to the next part of the build. So we're going to carry this along by just 1 block. So as you can see, 1 block wide, and that's 4 blocks there. We need to carry it along. Carry it along until here. Yeah, here. So on this block, this first block of red concrete, in line with that, that's where this stops. Then we're gonna carry that backwards and then gonna make a 2 wide space now. And this is gonna carry along right on. I'm just gonna carry this along and then show you guys where to stop. Here, this acacia wood here is where we stop. So right here. Yeah, just like that. Then we just go diagonally like that, and we can go like this up until this corner. Okay, so hopefully you were able to follow that. Now we have to fill in this whole space with stone. Okay, now that that's all filled in with stone, we can put the lampposts in. Do pause if you need some time to keep up. But first lamppost anyway is going in line with that block of road I just showed. So right there, just before the yellow concrete on the road. Next lamppost, it's gonna go here. So there's a three blocks, the block in front of it. Alright, it's just by this last block of red concrete there. That's where it's going. So let's build that up. Slab, and a lantern. Now the next block, the next lantern is lamppost even, sorry. It's gonna go here. And like, same place but opposite side. So here, in line with, no wait, it's in line with the window. Okay, I placed it wrong by a single block. It's actually in line with this window. There we go. So let's actually put it here instead. Yep, in line with this first window. That's where this lamppost is gonna go. So let's now build that up. Build. Just like that. Yep, like that. So once we've got that, we can now build along the final lamppost, which is gonna go just here, 1 block from the edge, like that. That's all the lampposts done now, so we can build this final area here. So let's begin by building 1, 2, 3. 3 blocks of smooth stone, so it's going to be a 3 wide gap. Then we're going to have this back wall. It's going to go along up until like here. No, wait. Up until here? Here. So yeah, up until this middle smooth stone block here, that's where that's going to go. So let's connect that up to here, just like that, and we can continue. Right, so now let's place this block here. We're going to go 2 blocks in front of that, so we've got a 1 block wide space now. This is going to extend along, it's going to extend along up until this middle here, this middle block of alleyway, up until there. Oh guys, we've small problem, insignificant problem. We've placed this green car a block behind where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the front of it in line with that smooth stone there. So it's supposed to be in the middle of the alleyway rather than this last block. My honest mistake. I'm not going to change it because it honestly doesn't matter. If you guys want to change it, then go ahead and change it. I'm going to leave it like that just because I have more important things to focus on right now. So I'm going to take this block backwards by 1. Then I'm going to go diagonally back to make it a 3 wide space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to have 7 blocks like that. Then there's going to be a 7 block space of nothing. Actually, I'm going to show you what's going to go in here. It's going to be road. I'll show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to destroy a space of 7 blocks. Now we're going to destroy some more of this to connect it to the road. And this is going to be where we go to the safe place. So let's put the yellow concrete there. And fill the space in. We will worry about the safe place in a while. For now, we're going to finish this off, then we'll do the poutine, then the safe place. That's the plan. But yeah, that's where the safe place is going. So once we've done that, we're going to place another 7 blocks of smooth stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. I'll try slow down. Okay, so we're going to take this forward like this. Yeah, like that. Going to take that forward. And then we're going to just connect it to that like that. Okay, yeah. Now this whole space can be filled in with stone, and we'll put in the lampposts. Alright. Now we can place the lampposts on this final area here. So the first one is going to be right here. So 3 blocks there of road, then this lamppost. So let's build that up and pop the lantern in. Now we're gonna next one is gonna go right here. So that's 1 block there, and we're gonna build it up just like this, like all the other lampposts. Next lamppost is the same thing, but on the opposite side. So same building as well. It's gonna be going right there. Yeah, there. So same thing, opposite side, just 1 block of space there. Gonna build it up. Now we're gonna place 1 here and 1 here, and we're gonna build those up just like that. And we're gonna pop the lanterns in. There we go. Lantern. And then we have like 1 more lamppost to place somewhere around here, and then we'll be completely done. So let's quickly, okay, so it's gonna go here, which is just 4 blocks of space there, and it's in line with the yellow concrete as well on the road. So let's build this up, our final lantern. There we go. So that's all of the lampposts and all of that side of the road completely done. Now we can go over to Grandma Piggy's Poutine in a second. That's our next destination. So yeah, let's get a look over this place. That's where the safe place is going at the end of the video. So yeah, Grandma Piggy's Poutine, here we are. For this build, we're going to need some, spruce planks first of all. Then we're going to need some light grey terracotta. Light grey terracotta and light grey concrete, actually. So let's grab some concrete. And we are also going to need the... I've just noticed something, guys. We've made like the most minor mistake we could have with this. Grandma Piggy's Poutine, let's move this back like that. There's supposed to be a 5 block space between the terracotta. So I've just fixed that. Completely the most minor mistake we could have made. There could have been something way more disastrous than that. Okay, so we're going to put 3 spruce planks in like that, leave a gap, and put a light grey concrete. Right now we have the wall looking like this. We're going to now build up 2 blocks of light grey terracotta either side. We're going to build up the light grey concrete as well. We're only going to build up these 2 blocks of spruce planks like that. Then we're going to build on top of them like this. It's pretty similar to some of the side rooms in Metro if you followed that tutorial. We're going to put a light grey concrete on top of the doorway, just like that. And that's going to complete the wall, almost. Let's put some stone there. Yeah, this part is going to be... We're not actually going to put a door here, because in the game there isn't. It's just bedrock instead. Well, you could represent it with bedrock. You blow this place up with dynamite. We're going to place some item frames here, and then there. So it's looking like this. But yeah, you blow open Grandma Piggy's Poutine with dynamite in the game, so there isn't actually a door. Final thing we have to do on this front area is build up 2 blocks of light grey terracotta on top of all of that. And if you want to make the sign, you could grab some jungle signs. You could put one says Grandma. Okay, we could put one here, Piggies. And we could put one here. Poutine. Poutine. There we go. So you could have the sign that says Grandma Piggy's Poutine there, like that. You could have that. And you could, yeah, let's go inside now. Because that's the entire front of the building complete. This space is going to be 5 wide by 4 back. So we're going to take some smooth stone and terracotta for the walls. The flooring's going to be stripped spruce wood. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 backwards against that light grey concrete. And on the spruce wood, 1, 2, 3, 4 back as well. So that's going to create our 5 wide space and 4 blocks back as well on this concrete and the spruce wood. And we're going to fill this in with stripped spruce wood. This doorway here should be stripped spruce wood. It is in my screenshots. If you want that to be stone, make it stone. If you want it to be spruce, make it spruce. It's completely up to you. Now, we're going to do the walls around this place. The first block of wall is just going to be terracotta going around. Then 2 blocks of smooth stone on top of that. Smooth stone going all the way along. And that is the walling pattern. This wall is going to be 3 blocks high. And then the roof, the ceiling, which we're going to make now, is light grey terracotta. So let's just go over that whole thing we've just made there with some light grey terracotta. And now we can focus on the decorations. First of all though, we're going to want to throw some of this away and we're going to get a lantern in case it gets dark inside of here. So let's put a lantern there. Okay, now we can grab our decoration blocks. We are going to need spruce slab, spruce stairs, a blast furnace, so let's get that, and some polished andesite, and I believe that's it. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is place spruce stair in this corner upside down. Then we're going to place slab coming off of it and a stair on the other side, so we've got a 3 block wide table. Now we're going to place 2 blast furnaces in front of those spruce planks, and then on the other side we are going to let's go to the other side real quick. We're going to place 3 blast furnaces on this side, and then in this corner a polished andesite and another one on top of it. So that is the poutine complete. That was quick, wasn't it? So now that we've got that done, let's take a look inside, and once we've done that we can move on to the safe place. So this is the last thing we have to build, but I'm gonna also show you how to do some of the border of the map as well. I'll show you how to do that too once I'm done with all of this. Done with all of what? I think I'm going insane, guys. Trust me, I'm tired after doing all of this city tutorial. City is a long time. Okay, so this safe place. First of all, we need to count, is this space 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, it is. So there we go. This space in between those 2 smooth stone blocks, all 21, good. Now we need to take that back by 17 blocks. So count this one, and there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Whoa, what have I done? Whoa, I went too far there. 18, 17, there we go. I'm going to count this side now as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, there we go. I completely zoned out there for a second, guys. Anyway, we can connect this together now that we know it's 17 blocks. And we're going to fill in this space with the road and some stone as well. So I'm going to carry the middle of the road in. 1, 2, 3 of grey, 1, 2, 3 of yellow. Just the same pattern. 1, 2, 3 grey, 1, 2, 3 yellow, 1, 2, 3 grey, 1, 2, 3 yellow, 1, 2, 3 yellow. Okay, there we go. So that's that pattern coming in like that, and we're just gonna have the 3 blocks either side of this grey concrete. So let me bring this grey concrete along real quick. Grey concrete on that side, and on this side as well. It's all going to be grey concrete on that side. Okay. Yeah. So grey concrete there, and everything else is going to be stone. So inside there, grey concrete. Out here, stone. Let's fill that in. Alright, so we filled all of that in now. So we can what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the spruce plank border of the safe place itself first. So we're going to leave 2 blocks of space, 2 blocks, then we're going to place spruce planks, and we're going to leave 2 blocks of space on the other side as well. So 2 blocks inwards, there's going to be spruce planks like this. Yeah, just like that, going all along the build, well, all along this side. And then it's going to go backwards by 11, counting this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Be sure to count that first block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oof, this is messy. And then it's going to go 1, 2 inwards once it's done. So 1, 2 inwards, like that. Then we're going to place 5 blocks of light blue terracotta, and then we're going to leave a gap, and we're going to place another 5 blocks of light blue terracotta. This gap should be in line with the middle of the road, and that's going to be part of the actual safe place building itself. Now we're going to fill in the inside of this area leading to the safe place. So I'm going to destroy all of this. It's going to, of course, be the same as what's here. So be sure to connect the road properly. We're gonna need to continue the pattern underneath the spruce planks rather than leave out the blocks underneath the spruce planks, just to make it consistent. I'm also gonna destroy the 2 blocks here. I'm gonna carry this space up until this wall of the safe place, because I'm only gonna make the front wall of the safe place. I'm not gonna make it a whole building. I'm not gonna make what's inside of it. Just going to make the front wall for now. I'll only make this a full tutorial of the safe place if you guys want one, and it'll be a single part how to make the safe space. Just it won't be very difficult because we see 1 room of it, but like I won't build it in this tutorial because this tutorial centers around city. So I figured I'll leave the safe place for only if people really want it. Now let's fill this in anyways, now that all that's done. Okay, we filled all of that in. Now we can bring these smooth stone borders across. So this one is really easy to do, nice and simple. We're just going to take it all the way along like this. Yep. And the other side is going to be, it's going to have an alleyway in it, so we're going to have 8 blocks of smooth stone here. So 1, yeah, let's make 8 blocks of smooth stone here on this side of the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Then we're going to go backwards, just by however many you want. It doesn't matter how far back you go. We're going to leave a 3 block space. The alleyway is going to be 3 blocks wide. I'm going to fill all that in with stone. This alleyway is going to be where it leads into mall. So if you want to build mall when that tutorial comes out, you could build it after this alleyway, because at the end of chapter 9, you and Zizzy go through this alley and then go out on the other side and it's mall. So we're gonna then just connect the rest of this smooth stone like that. Make sure the alleyway is 3 blocks wide, and there's this space done now. Now we're gonna take along some lanterns, lampposts even. We're going to place 2 right here, nice and easy to spot. And then we're going to place the slabs on top. They're going to go inwards towards the road. Then there is going to be a gap of... okay, it's going to be in line with the first block of alleyway here. So here and here. That's going to be the next 2 lanterns. So slab, slab, lamppost. I keep getting that mixed up. I'm gonna have to learn, aren't I? The last 2 lampposts, the last 2 are gonna go 1 block from the spruce planks, as you can see right there. Yeah. Just like that, and that's the lampposts in the space complete. Okay. So, now I think I'm gonna go and do the safe place building itself. Yeah. So for this building, first of all, if you want to make it an actual building, then put a door here. I'm going to place spruce trapdoors to act as a fake door instead. We're going to need we're going to need light blue terracotta and grey concrete. We're also going to need some black concrete and some grey stained glass panes. So let me, I forgot where they were for a second, sorry about that. That's black, grey stained glass panes. Okay. So we're going to build on top of this by another 2 blocks. So let's build 2 blocks like this. And then... Alright. So that's the first 2 blocks. Then we're going to place 2 blocks of light blue terracotta like this. Leave a gap of 4. And place 2 on the door. Then place 2 here too. Then we're going to have a layer of light blue terracotta on top of those 2. Like that. We're going to have 4 grey stained glass panes going in here. So 2 block high windows that are 4 blocks wide. Like that. And we're going to place black concrete behind them. Just because I'm not making it an actual building, so that'll hide what's behind the windows. Don't put the black concrete there if you are making an actual building. Next we're going to put some grey concrete, a layer of grey concrete like that. Then a layer of light blue terracotta. Build up the windows the same way. So, and then put the layer on top. Put the grey concrete. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the same thing as that on top of it. Okay, so I put in the windows and did the 3rd floor. So as you can see, it's complete. Don't forget to put a layer of grey concrete on the top. And this is what the safe place building will look like when it's done. Next, we're going to build up these spruce borders. I'd recommend making them 4 blocks high. I'm making them 3 blocks high right now. Make them 4 blocks high. Yeah, 4 blocks high, that looks better. So we're going to build these all up to be 4 blocks high around the whole safe place. And then we'll do a few things with these once I've completely filled in this. Okay, so grab a few different woods, and we're going to kind of experiment here. So just wherever you want, place some different types of wood. Any and all types of wood. I'm just running around this place right now, popping in. And what we're trying to do here is create an effect where, like, this safe place border is held together by multiple different wooden planks, not just the one row of spruce. You could even place some item frames around, like this. Just make it look varied in appearance, so that it isn't just spruce all the way around. And, yeah, this is a limited version of what you could do, just because I'm thinking about time for this tutorial. Go ahead and expand upon this idea yourself for your safe place. Now, last thing that we have to do in this tutorial is, well, first of all, we have to build these. Okay, guys. If you know me, you know I make mistakes, so guess what I've gone and done? It's nothing major yet again, so don't worry. All we're doing is moving these lampposts back by 1 because I miscalculated, and these here, these 7 blocks, there's a row of 7 blocks behind them as well. So these are 2 blocks thick, like that. Then we're going to replace the lanterns in after that. So, really easy mistake to make. So no problems there, easy to fix as well. We're going to build up these 7 blocks by 4 blocks. So make this area either side of the safe place 4 blocks high. This is going to be the exit to the map. We're going to do that before I focus on the a border of the how to make a border building. I'm going to do this exit just nice and quick. Just build this up to be 4 blocks high, and as you can see, that's going to be looking like this. Now, if you want, you could decorate this area with like item frames, spruce trapdoors. You could get a smoker in here. Let's see, smoker. Yeah, this is where the wrench is used, so we could put a smoker there. This is where Pony, you give Pony a carrot and he destroys something here, so you could put an item frame there or a spruce trapdoor. And you could take some iron bars if you want this place to not be opened up yet. you could fill some iron bars in all the way here. So you could fill this whole space up with iron bars if you wanted to, and that would look like this. Alright, so this is what it will look like if you've boarded off the safe place. Now, last thing you could do, you could grab some flint and steel. There it is, flint and steel. Okay, and you could just light this all on fire, so you need the fire extinguisher in order to get through. So now you can see this place is perfectly boarded up, as if nobody has played the map yet. So yeah. Note, this fire will extinguish itself if you don't put netherrack under it. I'm going to leave it there to watch it extinguish over time, just because that'll save me having to put it out myself. And I can focus my intention instead on showing you guys how to build this building. We're going to need smooth stone, grey concrete, light blue stained glass, and black concrete. And I'm only going to show you how to build one of these. If you know how to build one, you know how to build them all. So we're going to be building up this one here. So come to this building and let's get started. Yeah. This item frame actually destroyed itself because I put a spruce trapdoor there. We're gonna build this area first of all. First things first, we're gonna build this space to be 2 blocks higher up. So 1, 2, like that. Yeah, gonna build this 2 blocks higher, so it's actually 3 blocks high smooth stone. Yeah, like that. Smooth stone, 3 blocks high. Then we're gonna place 2 blocks of smooth stone like that. Leave a gap. 1 block of smooth stone. Leave a gap. 1 smooth stone. Leave a gap. 1 smooth stone. So the pattern will be looking like this. So it's taking up 2 blocks, and in all these gaps we're going to put 2 by 2 of light blue stained glass, and there's going to be black concrete going behind that. Let me just add a layer of smooth stone to cap it off. There we go. And we're going to need some black concrete, of course, to go behind these windows and cover them up. Do not try and make the inside of these border buildings. There's no point. Their only purpose is to border the map. So there is nothing, there's no way inside, there's nothing inside. So just make the borders, like I am. Next layer is going to be a layer of just grey concrete. Then we're going to repeat the windows for 3 floors. So I'm going to do this once more on camera. Then I'll do the other 2 off camera. So 1 layer of smooth stone, and then 2 blocks of smooth stone, 2 blocks of light blue stained glass, 2 blocks of smooth stone, 1 block even, 1 block of smooth stone, 2 blocks of light stained glass, 1 block of smooth stone, 2 blocks of stained glass, 1 block of smooth stone, 2 blocks of stained glass, 2 blocks of smooth stone. So yeah, you can see the window pattern now. You can see that it's you can see what it looks like. Just gonna put the grey concrete here, and then I'm gonna do this 2 more times. So do this exact thing 2 more times, and you'll end up with this. Okay, so as you can see, we've got this built 3 times. This same floor. Don't forget the grey concrete on top, by the way. So yeah, you'll notice that I left that window open. That's because I'm going to show you how to do something. You might be aware that inside of that window you can actually see Miss P. So there's a few ways you could replicate that. I'm going to choose one. I'm going to take an armor stand and some black dyed leather armor and a wither skeleton skull. I'm going to use netherite here because I can't be bothered to go and dye the leather armor. But leather armor dyed works better, so don't worry if you don't have netherite, it doesn't matter. Just use the leather armor. We're going to border the window like this. So we're going to border the window like that. So on the outside it's looking like this. We're going to destroy the 2 top blocks for now, so that we can pop in our armor stand like that. Then we're going to put on it, with a skeleton skull, netherite armor, or black dyed leather armor, because that would end up looking better. Then we're going to place our black concrete back and place some black concrete behind it. You'll end up with something like this. Oh my god, there's someone in the window. And with that, we have actually completed the tutorial. Oh my god, that fire is still light. I don't know why that fire is still lit. I thought it was like gonna be not. Anyways, yeah, we have completed this tutorial now. You're just gonna wanna go around with every building using this general pattern. Yeah, just using that. I'll go back to my first build, show you what that looked like. Okay, so we're back in my original city build, and as you can see, you can just get a look. All of these buildings bordering the map, they have basically the same design, same everything. The windows will be different because they're all different shapes. Well, all different sizes. They're not all different shapes, they're all the same shape. But you'll be able to place the windows. If you want to place the windows exactly like mine, I'll just kind of slowly look around. You can pause, see what my windows are like. It's nice and simple. It's just not very nice in the fact that it's going to take you a long time to do this whole thing. Which, I originally wasn't going to do this, but I decided you guys deserve better than that. So I went and did it anyways. So yeah, just go ahead, fill in all of these bordering buildings, and then you'll be done with the build. This is the tutorial complete, and next is Mall, which is actually my favourite chapter, with my favourite character, Mousy. So I'm really looking forward to building that. Hopefully nothing goes wrong in terms of editing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
It's Calamity, the channel with pig tutorial craft.
But make them all, please. Can you do it?